Hello and welcome to Hadoop Exam Learning Resources. In this session, we will be covering the problem scenario number 8 of HDPCD certification simulator, and we'll go through step-by-step solution. So what we are going to do in this problem statement, again scope related problem statement, import the entire database such that it can used as a Hive table, so which we have already done, but now as part of this import statement we will be importing the entire database. So whatever tables available in particular database, like in Hadoop exam db1, will be importing. It must be created in a default schema. Okay, so they are not saying like in which schema, so it should be created in a default schema. Also make sure each table file is partitioned in 3 files. Okay, so it has to be 3 files should be created, 3 partitions should be created. Store all the Java files in the directory called Java output. What happens is, actually, when scope import the data from RDBMS, it will first create the Java objects out of this. So you can store the Java object, like because this kind of object needed when you are going to work with using the Java library and the POSIX definitions required. So this is just part of this exercise I am giving, but they have not asked explicitly in exam doing this thing. And okay, so this is the solutions which we will be providing here. Okay, and the question is also like given the compression codec, so like compress this data while importing. They are also providing the compression codecs. Okay, so this is all detail have been given to you. So let's start the solving the problem and save the time. Okay, so drop all the tables so which we have created in previous problem. If you have created this tables, so you can drop it just by doing show tables. If we have not created, just log into the Hive. Actually we are talking about Hive right now. Show tables, so we have this tables already being created, few of them, so just drop this table which we don't need right now. So that's fine. Now we will see the show tables command, and we should not see the tables here now, which is we are going to import. Now if directory is already created while importing and while failure or something happens, so you can just delete the directory as well. So this has to be done on terminal, sandbox terminal. So we have not created this directory technically, so it should not have any directory available. So let it get finished, and then we should see like this directory warehouse should have been empty here as well. Applications Hive warehouse directory. So let's go through this and okay, now we can see warehouse directory. Now log into the MySQL database. Okay, we have, I hope, already logged in. This is Hive. Okay, this is MySQL, so we don't have to log in again. Okay, it's just I'm out. Okay, we are logged in using this. Now what we have to do, this import all tables. Okay, so let's drop this two tables which we are not interested right now, so drop this as well. So import time would be saved. What they are asking us, like import all tables, so scoop has a command to import all the tables. Number of mappers should be 3 here, because they are saying your each table should be partitioned in the 3 part. So number of, for each mappers you can have 1 partitions created accordingly. Let's okay, so now this is JDBC connection string, this is username, this is password, this is Hive import. Why we are using Hive import? Because we wanted to create as a by default as a table. Okay, so not as a files available. We should, this data after import should be available as a table as well, Hive table as well. Hive override, if there is any existing table it will override it. Create Hive table will help us to create the Hive table. Compress, we want to compress the data, we can use the compress option. This is the compression codec which they have provided. This is the class. Okay, if that is in the class path, then it should be available. If it is not there, then it should fail. Okay, and then output directory would be Java output directory. So let's run this exercise. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, because we are importing the entire database here. Now just run this and wait for it is get finished. Once this is done, then we will come back to the Hive and we will see like our tables are available or not. So let it get start. Okay, so is it showing any error or compression code related? Then we will see. The first table it has picked up is the categories table to be import. Okay, so it has started the query, and let's see what happens. So let it waits. Number of splits now you can see 3 because we have provided 3 mappers. Okay, so number and total records is a 1 to 58 records in this table, as we know, and 3 splits have been created. So you can see mapper started, reducer started. Yeah, for each table the same thing would be done, so let's wait it to be get finished. It will take some time because there are 6 tables that needs to be imported, correct? And this is single node cluster, so definitely it would be slower compared to our real cluster. So this is one table is done, and again the Kafka related error we are getting it, so we can just ignore this error right now and let it get finished. Now you can see this is started with the customer table again. Okay, now categories is already being done, and now started is a there are customer table, and there are 3 files is created. So okay, so don't worry, right now it is showing number of rows 0, and leave it, actually it has created the files. Okay, so don't worry about this other information right now. Okay, so our entire database have been imported here. So let's go here. What is the next step? Just go to the Hive and show tables. So we should be able to see the tables if that have been created. So here all the tables have been imported and we can see the tables. So now we can just give the one of the count statement here. So it will again run map reduce job because we are doing count on the customers tables. Okay, and now we can also check the data in the warehouse directory. For each table there should be a directory, or we can see in the Ambari as well. Okay, just refresh it. Okay, here we should go into the like user, not user, go to apps actually. Why it is not showing apps here? Okay, it is there, apps, and then Hive and warehouse directory. We should see the directory for corresponding to each table: categories table, customers table, departments table, order items, and that kind of thing, correct? So now this is the count is 15 records in the customer table. Okay, and what is next? We can check content of the categories directory as well. Sorry, not here, here, using this command line tool. And this is the Java output. So this Java output is created locally, so we should be able to see local file. So you can see here like dot snappy file, because why snappy file? We have used the coder encoder which compress the data in the snappy format, so this way we can save the space as well. So about this data, and each table you can see like this kind of data, and this is the categories. This is Java file. For each Java file one pozo is created. If you want to see the details, you can see the like these are the entire class have been created by the Hadoop framework to import, use is scope framework rather, to import your data. So this is huge class would be created using like scope framework. So don't worry about this, we don't need to understand, just to show you like how Java objects are being created by the scope, and they are being used while importing data from scope to the HDFS file system or RDMA. So that's all about this exercise. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like this session. If you are watching on YouTube, then don't forget to subscribe it, and if you like this session, just give the thumbs up. Thank you. Also, one more thing at last, I just want to remind you, if you're watching on YouTube and you want to subscribe this materials, just go to the hadoopexam.com and click the Hortonworks and HDPCD's certification. You can see right now we are providing 74 solved problem scenarios for this certifications. You can combine multiple products and you can subscribe accordingly. So thank you. That's again.